Chapter 1. You are listening at FameTV.info. A woman was humming, unable to control her excitement. In front of her were colorful macarons and a cup of dark coffee. This was her greatest joy that has kept her going in her weary routine. It can even be called one of her pleasures in life. The combination of macaron and coffee is the best. The woman took a small bite from a macaron before putting the whole thing in her mouth and mumbling. Suddenly, she felt her throat clogged up. Thinking perhaps she was too overzealous, the woman patted her chest and hurriedly lifted the coffee cup. Shroop, hot. Maybe it was because she was too hasty. With a jolt, the woman who had burned her lips on the hot coffee spilled the cup. No, the coffee splashed on a typewriter vital to her work. Looking around in a hurry, the woman wondered if anyone had seen it. Fortunately, no one saw it. Can't I just wipe it off? Hee. Scrubbing the typewriter with a cloth, the coffee stains slowly came off. The woman smiled satisfactorily at the typewriter that soon became clean. However, she didn't know at this time what kind of disaster this little mistake will cause. Choi Hyun-suk died 29 years old. He never imagined that his life would end so soon. Sigh. If I had known this would happen, I'd have enjoyed myself a bit more. If Choi Hyun-suk's life could be described in one sentence, it would be that it was a short and bold life. Heavyweight champion of the world's biggest mixed martial arts league. He, who had a God-given physique, was the best fighter in Korea. He was the best fighter in the world. In addition to his natural talent, even his effort was unmatched. At age 27 he had won the championship title, and for the following 2 years he had brought every challengers to their knees in a landslide victory. From some point on, people started calling him the strongest man in the world. It was a great achievement that any man would have dreamed of at least once. Nevertheless, all that remains in his heart after death was regret. I can't believe I got hit by a truck. Such rotten luck. He was hit and killed by a truck. It was such a ridiculous thing that would only happen in light novels. First he was so shocked that he didn't even get angry. Then, gradually, the anger rose. What have I done so wrong? If there's a God, he wanted to grab him by the collar and vent his grievances right now. Why? Why on earth did this have to happen to me? I was meaning to live a good life. I've spent my whole life exercising like a fool and finally got a chance to enjoy it. He had decided to retire at a relatively young age of 29. Having decided to live a normal life, he relinquished the champion title and decided not to fight anymore. But like a bucket of cold water, he was hit and killed by a truck on the very same day. Kill me sooner if you were going to do this. He couldn't control his anger and screamed, but all that came back was an empty echo. After some time passed, his heart, which had risen and fallen violently, gradually calmed down. He had come to accept the current reality. Fine. So I'm dead. He flopped down, the white clouds beneath him gently enveloped his body. It was all for nothing in the end. I didn't even get to experience my first love. He felt like a fool for exercising all his life. If he gets another chance at life, he would never live like that again. What's done is done. It was a hell of a life, wasn't it? Let's take it easy now. He doesn't have to train arduously until he bleeds anymore. He doesn't have to fight vicious and terrifying adversaries anymore. When he let everything go, he felt rather at ease. By the way, how long will this be? How long has it been since I came here? He wasn't sure, but it felt like more than a day. But the sun was still in the same spot ever since he noticed it. Also, he was the only one here. Whatever. It doesn't matter since I'm dead anyway. What's there to worry about when I'm already dead? He splayed out onto the clouds, and then the surrounding scenery began to catch his eyes. The blue sky, the bright and glaring Sunday, it was quite a nice view. Dying isn't as bad as I thought. The moment he was talking in a relaxed manner. In the sky came a shashaha as light poured down. He stood up and looked at the sky. Sorry. Did you wait a long time? An angel. ******, white wings. Lustrous golden hair, features that seemed to be sculpted by an artist. Simply put, she was so beautiful that one sense of reality would disappear. From all of this, there was only one conclusion: an angel. The woman in front of his eyes was evidently an angel. He looked back on his life with regret again. If I had known this would happen, I would have gone to church more frequently. Deep down he felt regret. Who knew there would be such a beautiful angel waiting after death? If he had known this, he would have lived a truly devout Christian life. Choi Hyun-suk. I'm sorry to have kept you waiting. There's a long waiting list due to a backlog. Ah, no. Haha. He thought over the words long waiting list, but soon put it in the back of his mind. Nothing else matters now that an angel was in front of him. Let me officially introduce myself. My name is Rachel. My job is to scout people on Earth who have died. Scout. Yes. Scout. Do you understand? He naturally knew that he was an athlete. To put it simply, a scout's job is to discover and recruit talented people, but he didn't know what it had to do with his current situation that he calmly asked, please explain it in detail. Aren't you an angel? Angel? Something like that. I can be Mr. Choi Hyun-suk's angel. Haha. Rachel smiled innocently like she was relieved. Something is fishy. He desperately swallowed the words that he wanted to say, so. What do you mean by scout? I'm already dead. Right. That would be true at this rate. Suddenly, Rachel approached him with a serious expression. Mr. Choi Hyun-suk. Yes. Don't you think it's a shame? What? He couldn't believe she asked him that. What is she trying to get at? You died without having ever experienced love like other people. You worked hard your whole life but was hit by a truck and died. Don't you feel wronged? I mean, his mind shook by the sudden mental attacks. Rachel did not give him time to think. Choi Hyun-suk. Hey, too close. Rachel pressed her face in. Choi Hyun-suk raised his hand and tried to push her away, but then grabbing his hand, Rachel continued, would you like to be a hero? A hero? Yes. A hero. Rachel nodded with a very serious expression. There is a world suffering from the devil. I'm sure Choi Hyun-suk can be a great hero and save them. What? Even so, saying that so suddenly, the pace of development was too fast that he wanted to say something, but Rachel didn't give him time to question it. Choi Hyun-suk has two choices. All of a sudden. Yes. One is to reincarnate like this with the regret of having lived a meaningless life of a bachelor. Rachel spoke, wiping away the non-existent tears. It's sad just imagining it, isn't it? Boo-hoo. Yeah, but don't worry. There's the second choice. With eyes full of determination, Rachel raised her voice, it's to be resurrected in your current body and spirit and save the world as a hero. It was obvious that she was trying to make him choose the latter. But frankly, it was too suspicious that he felt like there was an ulterior motive. He shook his head. Even though he was simpleton, he was not foolish enough to go along with such a thing. Give me some time to decide. I want to hear a more thorough explanation. When asked for further explanation, Rachel's face crumpled like a sheet of paper. However, she soon returned to her cheery smile as if it had never changed. Choi Hyun-suk. This is not the time to leisurely explain such details. Rachel grabbed his shoulder and shouted, isn't it a shame to die like this? Well, explain first. What explanation do you need? This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. It happens all the time in novels, cartoons, and movies, right? Great hero. Haven't you heard about them? Wealth. Honor. Endless beauties at your fingertips. You'll get back the life that you lost in vain. I mean, what a frustrating man you are. Rachel thumped herself on the chest with her fist. Do you need to decide? Choi Hyun-suk, your life ends here if you don't accept this offer. Won't it be a shame? I'm giving Mr. Choi Hyun-suk a new opportunity. That's true, he nodded unconsciously. Come to think of it, there was nothing wrong with what the angel said. With my current situation, it's not the time to be picky. He was dead. A life that was supposed to end here. However, a beautiful woman named Rachel says she will give him a new opportunity to live and even a chance to live as a hero. A hero. He also had such a dream when he was a child, dazzling heroes in novels and cartoons that he used to imagine himself as one of these heroes defeating the devil and achieving everything. His eyes began to shine. I want to become a hero who hogs all the wealth, honor, and beauties. Hero. Hero. You'll be a hero. Awakened by the rural village chief. He will be so glad that he'll rush to serve you food. Then, at the village chief's request, the hero accomplishes his mission beautifully. It doesn't end there. What do you think happens after the mission is complete? No way, is that the chief's daughter, who is an innocent beauty in her 20s. Then he will speak in a subtle tone. Rachel cleared her throat and switched to a deep voice, hum. Yo, hero. Although my daughter is of humble background, if hero can take care of her, there's nothing more I could hope for. He was gradually enthralled by Rachel's story. As the hero, you get to decide. A love that only looks at one woman. Or a kingdom of harem with the greatest beauties on the continent. There's nothing a hero can't do. He nodded repeatedly with a delirious expression, huh. Suddenly Rachel checked her wrist. There was a crude clock drawn with a marker, time's up. Mr. Choi Hyun-suk. I'll ask you one last time. Are you going to accept my offer? I'll take that as a no if you still need to think, so I'll leave now. What? This is how your life as a bachelor will come to end. Work hard in your next life. All the while she murmured the words, there's no guarantee that you'll be reborn as a human in your next life. Immediately, he raised his hand as if he had felt the phrase, window shopping is about to close, was imminent. Let's do it. What? I'll do it. A hero. I knew Mr. Choi Hyun-suk would accept it. At first glance I knew you were a righteous person. It's true, you know. Rachel grinned and teased. I'm already dead anyway. Let's do it. Yes. I'll start right away. Right away. Is there any need to wait? A wonderful world awaits the hero Choi Hyun-suk. Rachel's reasoning made sense that it's all fine, but is he just going to leave without any preparation like this? Rachel didn't give him time to think. Wealth, honor. Endless beauties at your fingertips. We can't afford to delay it for even a second. Even now, millions of people are anxiously waiting for the hero to appear. At Rachel's words, he nodded with a grim expression. Let's go. Yeah, then, peace. Have a great adventure. With a wave of her hand, Choi Hyun-suk was gone. Finally left alone, she frowned deeply. Phew. I'm on a tight schedule, but why does he have to worry so much? Rachel sighed and sat cross-legged in a chair. Then she made a call somewhere. Yes. Choi Hyun-suk, the 137,421st Reserve Soldier, as I mentioned. He was successfully transferred. Yes. Of course. Who do you think I am? Don't worry. Oh, the bonus, if you can send it right away. A bright light spread across Choi Hyun-suk's eyelids that he awoke with a splitting headache. What? I'm sure recalling his memory, wealth, honor, beauty. Everything is waiting for Mr. Choi Hyun-suk. A memory that became clearer and clearer, right? She said I'd go on an adventure to become a hero. It was then that he heard an unfamiliar voice next to him. Open eyes. He couldn't understand exactly what the voice meant. However, it doesn't matter. It was obvious anyway. That was a clear voice for the hero. Isn't that a common trope? Open your eyes, hero. Wake up. Hero, with such silly thoughts, the voice was heard again. Should I dig your eyes out? Are you not going to wake up? Ha. The lines are a bit, no, it's very different. The moment he realized something was wrong, that a devastating shock struck his abdomen. Cook. He was shocked as soon as he came to his senses. It was the first time he had experienced such a kick. When has he ever been hit like this? A martial arts heavyweight champion, the man who was given the title of strongest in the world. To kick someone such as him like that. It's not something you want to do unless you're tired of living. He quickly got up. Which bastard? Do you, Choi Hyun-suk, who was about to yell, "Do you want to die?" quickly stopped. What? Something was off. A huge muscular chest. Not only that, but the chest that filled his vision was reddish. He slowly raised his head. It was not until he had lifted his head after a long time that he could see the face of the thing who had kicked him. "What are you?" "The head is that of an ox." It was very shocking. "Who the hell are you to be sitting here? Judging by your outfit, I don't think you're a regular slave." He didn't know how to answer because he was so shocked. That he is 198 centimeters tall, but the thing was a head bigger than him. And what about the muscles that are about to explode? Red skin. A threatening horn on the ox's head. There were even flames rising from its horns. With a monster like this in front of you, it would be strange if anyone could remain poised. "First of all, I'm a hero, a hero. A hero. He said the word hero on impulse. The monster's face crumpled when it heard it. "You're a hero." Then it pressed its hideous and huge face against his. Just a minute ago it was a beautiful woman. This was a huge difference in atmosphere. Well, swallowing his saliva, he desperately racked his brain. He didn't know how to answer. "I'm sure she said I would be a hero." However, even after blinking his eyes, the monster in front of him was not a naive village chief of a rural village waiting for a hero. "I don't like to ask twice. You're a hero." He nodded slowly at the monster's question. I think. And so, that was the start of hell. Listen to the full novel at FameTV.info, direct link in the description.